100 rated chess, but you are heretic. When a friendly piece or pawn is attacked by an enemy bishop, it gets burned for heresy and can't move for the rest of the game. Very challenging. We get a 100 rated guy from the United Kingdom. Disclaimer, this video is not related to heresy, heretical beliefs or any religious controversy. All content is purely for entertainment purposes. e4. That opens up his light bishop. Bishop e5 would be absolutely terrible, as my d-pawn will then be immobilized forever and I'll have a lot of problems developing my light bishop. So I guess a6. This is called the king's pawn opening, St. George defense, a most fitting opening for such a bishop-related challenge. Knight f3. Bishop c4 is still available. I'll remove it as well. d4. That opens up the other bishop. Bishop g5 will freeze my e-pawn, which is absolutely terrifying. h6. All these three pawns cannot move anymore. The bishops have already seen them, but I don't really need to move them again, so it's actually fine. Knight c3. g5. This guy is playing his opening very disciplinedly. Man, where are those queen developers when I need them the most? h4. Okay, this is really bad. I can't really defend that pawn, but if I don't, then he can develop his bishop. So after thinking for a while, f6. Okay, I do know this is bad. No need to backseat. My number one priority now is preventing his bishops from going out. I'm willing to sacrifice a bit of materials to keep everything under control. H takes g5, f takes g5. Okay, now knight takes g5 is absolutely diabolical, as not only he wins a free pawn, but his queen can then threaten queen h5 checkmate in one. But on the bright side, if he can then spend his future moves on the queen to attack my king instead of the bishops, I say we actually have a big chance in early resignation. He doesn't take. Which is also great. My position is already bad, so I mean literally everything can be great. d6. Opening up my own bishop, also creating a square for the king to run in case there is queen h5. Bishop d3. That bishop doesn't see anything. Bishop g4. Rook h5. Very aggressive. That blunders a rook. g4. Another aggressive move. And that blunders a pawn. Out of nowhere I got a rook and a g-pawn for absolutely free. Knight d5. Aha. I have been avoiding knight f6 as that may provoke e5 opening up his light bishop, but now knight f6 is available. Now e5 is dropping his knight, and even though I actually won't dare to take it, as bishop g6 is actually ending the video, as my king cannot move away from the check. I mean, he should definitely be able to see that after e5 knight d5 bishop g6 king d7, my king is actually very safe on d7, and he'll end up losing his strongest center knight for absolutely nothing. Right? Of course he sees everything. Bishop g7. I'll take his knight after I've castled. Queen e2. Castle. Yes. The video is a lot safer now. Long castle. That blunders a horsey. E takes d5, bishop takes f3. Okay, now there is actually bishop h7 ending the video, but I mean he should definitely be able to see that my bishop is obviously skewering his queen and his rook, both of his remaining major pieces on the board. I mean, it just cannot get any more obvious than this. So a move like queen e6 check, getting the queen away from danger and winning a tempo to save the rook on the next move, is just literally way too obvious here. Right? Okay, didn't happen, but as long as the video survives, I'll take the rook. Do not go bishop h7, there is no tactic here, but no one plays like that. Of course. Okay, I'll keep the video safe. King h8. And I'm not a coward. c4. I can't take that pawn, my b-pawn was already immobilized from the early moves of the game. Rook takes f2 is also bad, as his bishop can very easily attack my rook. Knight d7 instead. He only has a queen and two bishops left, but those two bishops only are already putting a lot of pressure on the position. C takes b5. Still cannot capture. Knight f6. I really need to come up with something quick. The position is getting more and more open with each move, and the more open the board is, the stronger his bishops get. B takes a6. Knight takes d5. This knight can very heavily restricts his dark bishop's activity. I can go bishop takes d4 next, and if he moves his bishop out I can trade my knight with his dark bishop, which significantly decreases the challenge's difficulty. And even though he can immediately attack my knight right now, I mean, who plays a one-move threat like that anyway? Right? No. No. Okay, my knight is frozen, but after thinking for a while, I still consider that knight is very strong because my opponent doesn't know about the challenge. As long as the knight is still there, his dark bishop won't be able to move around too easily. Therefore, rook takes a6. Sacrificing the rook to keep the knight alive. I also considered rook f5, but after queen g4, queen f8, there is bishop back to d3, freezing the rook as well, and his position may become too strong for me to handle. Just sacrificing the a-rook is actually simpler. Not only I get to keep the center knight, but his bishop will be put on one of the rim of the board. That one tempo where he centralizes his bishop again can also be very precious for me to take advantage of. Bishop takes a6. Queen b8. Threatening rook f2, pinning his bishop to the checkmate. And he actually saw it. Wow. Now I don't know what to do. Bishop takes d4. He can freeze my bishop now and my knight won't be able to capture. But since he doesn't know about that, I mean, he should be able to see that there is absolutely no reason to trade down a bishop when you're having a bishop there. Right? Of course. That actually blunders a very beautiful, easy to see textbook checkmate in 10, provided I can still move my knight like it was normal chess. So if you are interested, please feel free to pause the video right now to find the checkmate, while I give you a few seconds to do so. So for anyone who were able to find it, congratulations. And for those of you who are just here to enjoy the show, aka you didn't find it, it's alright, I can respect you for at least admitting defeat. Queen takes b2 check. King d1 is forced. Rook takes f2. My knight cannot move anymore, so this mate in 10 is actually not possible if he plays correctly. But worst case scenario, I think I can make a draw by repetition. Never mind. Queen takes d2. Checkmate in 1. Mission accomplished.